Anyway, back to the memes.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
New content.
Ooh.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Going on a trolley ride.
Oh my gosh. It's a Disney ride.
Yeah, except good.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra
Oh
Deluxe.
god, I'm getting
As you
freaking
may know,
sister
Stanley
location
Parable was
vibes.
a video game released in
Why do I feel
2013
like I'm in
on
Fallout?
home computers.
2013, it's 10 years old? Aw, man.
Receiving critical and commercial success.
Not 20 years
it was
old.
expanded upon in
True.
2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the
More.
Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Now with the start, I'm gonna
Step
look down a little
inside
bit.
and see what thrilling new adventures await in the
wonder what's
Stanley
behind me.
Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Same.
Alright.
Can you move?
Let's go.
Alright, let's go.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Game?
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere?
Should we press a button,
Oh,
maybe?
there we go.
Oh, here we
All
go.
right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if, oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content,
Oh
Stanley.
crap, it's stuck.
Hey, I'm giving you the content. I'm giving you the content. I'm giving you the content.
Oh, it's behind us, okay.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
We can jump.
Oh, hell yeah.
We jump out of the circle. Okay.
We can only jump in this circle?
Yep. Okay, for some reason I feel like I need to save these.
Alright.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
The elevator again.
Goodness, another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
No,
If
there'd
this
be a
is new
bikini
content,
skin by
then I
now.
could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours
Yeah,
of new
right.
content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more.
Behind us
Very
again.
good. Yes, I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it.
The fruit
I'm
fly is
ready for
back in.
whatever it is.
Sorry, the fruit. I got this stupid fruit fly that will not die no matter what I do.
Shoe fly, don't bother me. What's this? Thank you for enjoying the
it?
new content.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please
really?
ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter.
Oh,
and
well,
hold
that's
them
dead Damie
personally
now.
accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks, Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, what? We don't get an. Don't need to answer that for me. I know your answer already.
Whoa.
This is new. Oh yeah, there's a picture of our old place.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
I want to see what's over here, though. Oh, that goes back to the original. Okay, I'm gonna go with that.
Stanley.
Coffee nut.
Stanley, do you see the vent? Have you heard of Among Us, Stanley?
Stanley, do you see the small vent on the
Okay,
floor?
you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Oh, I love it.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all
Okay,
meant
he's got a
something.
point.
Yeah.
2013, they put a little bit more care into their games.
2013 is when FNAF started, or was that 2014?
I think it was 2013.
Yeah.
Either way, like that was like back in the old days. There was a little bit more like it felt different. Not everything was just like the exact same. But then again, I mean, this last year was pretty good for the gaming industry.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a different time.
Like I think they made a comeback.
Yeah, it's a different time sort of thing. Times change and games change too.
Stanley Parable. Dude, those tough choices.
I wonder. I know he probably made fake versions, but I can't tell if some of these are real or not because this seems like stuff that get printed nowadays.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism. 10 out of 10
Except
from
this one.
Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Elevator content.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Oh, wait, hold on a second.
Cramp.
I just got... What?
Cramp.
No, not a cramp. I may or may not have just gotten a message from Joey from Duelist of All Kingdom asking if I wanted to play DMVR with him.
Oh well, we got some footage here, so we can pause here and maybe come back to it later.
Okay, tell you what, let's finish this one ending, then we'll do it.
All right, sounds good.
Alright. Okay, hold on.
All right.
Memory Zone maintenance.
Okay.
I'm going. Oh, love it.
Yep.
Oh, the nostalgia person of the year. Oh yeah, that's the girl version of Stanley.
Oh, there was a female Stanley.
There was
Here's
like
another
in one
movie
ending.
message, this
Stan
time
Yell.
from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.